Hello, folks of YouTube and SL. Welcome to the official SL_TV winter sale rundown. We're going to go through as much of the Steam sales we can stomach, talk about some games, think about some games that I haven't played, and look at some recommendations for things to pick up or things to check out or stuff that you may find interesting. So we'll keep it short, we'll keep it sweet, but if you have thoughts about the format for this video, things you'd want to see in a different rundown, if you want to see more rundowns, whatever, let me know. Interested to hear your thoughts. So let us begin. So right off the bat, so I'm on, so you'll be getting, of course, very personalized recommendations on the Steam sale by default. I'm not signed in, so we can get the most stuff because it doesn't recommend the games you have. I have a lot of games on my Steam library, etc., etc. So first things first, I don't know about this guy. Forza Horizon, if this one has the funny Battle Royale mode, I can go to bat for the funny Battle Royale mode. Oh, and of course, as always, tonight's music is brought to you by OC Remix. Today, we're listening to Super Cartography Bros, a 2015 remix album. Very, very good stuff. And if you're watching this VOD later, make sure you come out of the stream, twitch.tv/SL_TV, Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. So hopefully we'll see you online. So this is an easy one. If you have not played Persona 5 Royal and you might like JRPGs, you should give it a shot. It's very good. You have to have some time to spend, in fairness. This is not a game to pick up if you don't have much time to play video games. I will say that much. Unless you're willing to take the long road, because this is a long boy. When we played it, we went pretty hard, but it took around 150 hours. And again, we went hard. You do not have to go that hard. But it's not a perfect game. I think it's a lot that could be done better, both in the Atlas writing department, in some of that enormous structure. But on the whole, I had an absolutely phenomenal time. So much so that I went ahead and almost immediately played Persona 4, SMT3, and SMT5 kind of back, not quite back to back, but pretty much back to back. And I'm now sort of a devoted SMT fan as a result of the getting introduced via Persona 5. I liked 5 a lot. I don't know my favorite of the 4 I played, but it's a phenomenal experience. I even played P5S. It's very, very good. Like I said, it's not perfect, but if you're invested in character-driven stories, I think there's a lot to like here. It's some of the sort of strongest long-running character work I've seen in a while. There's a lot to like in the systems of Persona and in the whole presentation. It's just a gorgeous game. The UI is incredible, of course. The music is fantastic. It's just, everything's sort of very, very, very sharp. It's one of the sharpest presentations I've ever seen in a game in terms of just an overall package. It's very, very good. It lacks some of the mechanical depth of an SMT game proper, I think. It's a game that's easy to break, but I enjoyed that a lot. And man, there's just, even if you're somebody who is more into the chewy gameplay stuff, you'll find a lot to like here. I think you'll like SMT proper better, but man, there's a lot. Even just as like a dungeon crawler, there's a lot to like here. Dungeons themselves are just phenomenal to explore. Difficulty-wise, gameplay-wise, I played on normal, so I can't speak to higher difficulty. Maybe it's super hard. I don't know. But going on default settings, it's pretty easy. But that doesn't need to be. But if you're in for the story, then the JRPG mechanics need not bother you. And I like them anyway. They're very fun. I think the fusion system is genius. So anyway, this is a game, again, I played it for 150 hours. We're talking about it for a minute or two at least. So comes very highly recommended. This is a top tier _industries recommendation. And 30% off. Hey, it just came out on PC recently. That seems pretty okay to me. If you're the type, I do not subscribe to the dollars per hour theory. I understand to a degree, of course. But if you're looking to spend money and get a game you can play for a long time, this will do you. This will do you. We will vote, as Ozzy mentioned in chat. We will vote shortly. We'll do some browsing first. I do not know what these games are. Stardew Valley, this one's tough for me. because this is a classic example of a game that I have a lot of respect for that I do not play. I've never really gotten into it per se. I think it's very good. I don't know what to say about it. I have never been like deeply gripped by it. This is in part because I've been trying. I've tried to play it on stream and it doesn't quite go with my style on stream. But yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a phenomenal platform now, given how many mods are out for it over the years. It's a very, very relaxing experience. You can get really chewy with mechanics if you want to, or you can get super, super roleplay with role-playing stuff. So very worth your time, and for $9, hard to go wrong. DMC5 is so good. This is, I mean, I almost just said, I think it's true. I think this is probably the best character action game I played. Like, unless we count Sekiro in the same genre. It's one of these two games, though. I mean, Nier Automata is also up there for counting that. So one of those three, and also not, but probably one of those three games. If you were to like say like third-person character action game, I'd say one of those three games. If you're counting Sekiro, otherwise it's between DMC5 and Nier Automata, depending on the mood. I think Nier's mechanics, well, Nier has much more mechanical sort of experimentation, but as far as the raw combat mechanics go, I think DMC5 is a much stronger game in terms of combat mechanic depth. Nier Automata is much more adventurous and experimental. It's not experimental, but at times it is, kind of things. Hello, Shrew. Yes, we are SL_HD. We're actually a little bit less. I need to do some tweaking to the setup for anybody who missed it earlier. New green screen, so there's nothing behind me now. Ooh, crazy. So we'll see way less artifacting, way better quality on the green screen. But I have to do some tweaking still, so we'll figure it out. But welcome in, Shrew. Hopefully your holidays have been going well. So we're just talking about the games on the Steam sale. So yeah, DMC5, stunning music, great core cast. Does a phenomenal job of straddling the line between like not pandering, but playing to existing fans and their love of the series, as well as playing into being friendly to new players. I think if you come into this without having played the game before, you'll miss a lot of these sort of nods. But as I understand it, the game should be very comprehensible. I played through Devil May Cry series before this. I didn't play 2, but you don't need to play 2. I'm here to tell you it's okay if you don't play Devil May Cry 2. And if someone's mad about that, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to play it. People who like Devil May Cry told me it's bad. And I trust those people to tell me that it's bad if they like Devil May Cry, so hey. So yeah, good stuff. We played 2 enough. Yeah, we opened the game, I think. In the trilogy, I was like, no. Right, yeah, I opened 2, and I understood immediately why it was all right, so reporting from chat, we have from earlier, Hydra mentioned Bravely Default 2 as a nod. From Shrew now, Triangle Strategy, Elden Ring, Ace Combat 7, and Hades. All phenomenal pickups. So yeah, DMC5, just phenomenal game. You have to like this type of thing. It's fighting game adjacent. It's a, just spectacle action fighter. It is amazing at that. I think it is, visually gorgeous. It's, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Now, I'm sympathetic to Bloodborne not being good if they explain themselves well. It's so good, Shrew. It's so good. I agree. It's very over the top. It's very silly. But if you're okay with it being a little silly, oh yeah. Sekiro, I really can't say enough about. It's fantastic. I think it's FromSoft's, well, of modern FromSoft, asterisk, because I haven't played old FromSoft games. Older, you know what I mean. Pre-Dark Souls, pre-Demon Souls FromSoft. Yes, absolutely, sure, absolutely. So, Sekiro, I think, is probably their cleanest and sharpest game in the modern FromSoft era. All of the Souls games and Bloodborne and Elden Ring are very messy for what they are. They're not, I don't mean this in a bad way. I mean, this is part of the appeal. They're very strange and very messy. Sekiro is like refined to a razor's edge. This is such a sharp game in every sense of the word. You have a sharp sword too, but it's just, everything is so precise and precision engineered, and like, it's so smooth. It is just, it's good. So it's the most approachable of the games, I think, too, except the mechanical difficulty. In terms of raw, like, input difficulty, this is, I think, the most challenging modern FromSoft game, and it's not even that close. I think it's more comparable to something like Neo than it is any of the, more modern FromSoft games, which could be appealing to you if you want a lot of mechanical complexity. It's not deeply complex like Neo is. Neo is like just like a nest of systems. But Sekiro has a lot going on, and it's a very, very demanding game in terms of inputs. I say this specifically because, like, I think it's important to separate games that are difficult on input from games that are difficult in terms of like a design to challenge. Like the Souls games do not often require hyper precise inputs on a short time window. They are often fairly forgiving in terms of your actual input capabilities. You need to strategize well and think differently. But there are very few fights, especially before Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, that actually require you to do things very rapidly. In fact, you don't need to roll at all to beat Demon Souls. The game is built to not have to do that. And you don't have to roll that much in Dark Souls either. You probably don't have to at all, actually. But I'm sure someone's done that. Sekiro is a different beast, but one that I think is very rewarding. It is an incredible experience. Also one of the most story-driven FromSoft games of the modern era. So it's much more approachable from all angles. I think it's a phenomenal experience. It will not prepare you for Dark Souls, but Elden Ring has a lot more through lines with Sekiro. Overcooked is really, really good. It being $6 is really, really good. This is one of the best party games I can think of. It's so much fun. It is so much fun. There's not a lot to it other than the premise is you cook with your friends. It gets really hard. That's all you need. It's a really fun, brain-melting time. I do not believe this game is real. Is the game about beavers? Oh yeah, I'm kind of about this. I've never played this before. For $20, you could probably do worse as an early access. I'd say give it a wait till now. Every Souls by Elden Ring, running, dodging, or blocking. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you can do it. Including Sekiro? I'm assuming not Sekiro, because Sekiro is a different beast. Okay, so yeah. Good stuff here. Tales of Arise. People like this one. I do not know anything about it. So I got nothing to say other than I wanted to play it at one point, but we ran out of time. So Timberborn is really strong. Great modding support too. Good to know. So we have a vouch for Timberborn from chat. We'll skip this, I think, for the most part. There are just too many games nowadays. Rune Factory 5, sure. Hitman, Dragon Ball, Star Wars. I think I did buy this. Did I buy this? I think I bought this. I can't remember, actually, if I bought this or not. I hope I bought it, because it's $4. I want to bring to your attention that Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is $4.79. So just keep that in mind. Sale browsers, it's $4.79. I don't think it's hard to be like, oh man, like it's $4. Who cares? If you got budget restrictions, then by all means. But I'm just saying, some of these games are $60. This game is $4. It's usually $40. I don't know. It's $4. That's all I'm saying. Village is $20. We just played 7. Okay, great. One we can talk about. Holy cow, it's really good. Really, really good. You can feel the modern horror. This game opens up. I'm not going to say like PT, because I do not know the timeline. I am not confident as to how that timeline shakes out. I cannot stand before you right now and say that PT influenced Resident Evil 7. I'm going to try to. PT came out in 2014. PT influenced Resident Evil 7. I'm sorry. It came out in 2017. There's literally a 0% chance. Because like PT was dramatically influential, even for something that, yeah, absolutely does not require intent for sure. I just mean to say, like, it's so hard not to feel the effects of PT in modern horror. It was such a splashy thing for the hour or two that it was. because it's, you know, there's indie games too, you know, like Layers of Fear and stuff like that kind of operate in a similar way, but nothing quite at the same tone. And I think that RE7 hits the same tone in the opening. And after that, it becomes much more of a Resident Evil game. But in the opening of RE7, it feels very much like PT, which is high praise. I'm saying this not to say, oh, I can't believe this. I'm saying this because RE7 is very good. No, if we're saying that PT is very good, we're saying this is very good. It's very fun. I think there's some weird missteps towards the end, as Resident Evil often does as it scales up and gets into the weird stuff. I enjoyed the ending a lot, but it also got very funky. Strongest parts were the beginning for sure. And it was just a gripping, hyper tense experience. Not for the faint of heart. Resident Evil games are not usually very scary. This game was like, I like had some like jumping out of my seat moments. A couple really well earned jump scares, which is awesome, but not too many of those, and just like dripping tension. Some disgusting stuff. It's really, really good. I had a blast. It's not super long. It's very much worth your $7 if you like horror. Village I have not played. We're going to play it soon, so keep your eyes out for that. I've heard good things about it. I've heard very good things about it. Modern Resident Evil's been a great time. Witcher 3, you know The Witcher 3. Upvotes to the left, etc., etc. New Vegas is one of the best games I've played. It's very good. It's very hard to overstate how good New Vegas is. It's very, very good. And this is somebody who like has a very mixed relationship with open world games. This is a very, 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 very good video game. If you haven't played it and you like open world, if you like sci-fi, try New Vegas. It is very good. Just, you know, it's aged. It's over a decade old, but holy moly, does this game IMO lives up to the hype. And for $5, again, it's hard to suggest it's going to be a bad deal for $5. Mod of the Cazadors, entirely fair. So, good stuff. Yeah, it just I haven't played other Obsidian games. The thing I should do at some point, right? Like that's like I know that's what I should do. Like I know Pillars of Eternity is supposed to be amazing and Tyranny is supposed to be amazing. But the writing in New Vegas really makes the Bethesda engine shine. Because my long-standing take is that Bethesda games are really good at being a shell for something. Is Pentiment Obsidian? I haven't played it. Yeah, I had a good time with Fallout 3 when I was younger, but I haven't played 3 in ages, and I think I don't know how much it would hold up these days to me. But I had a great time in New Vegas. OMG, Project Diva is on sale. There's a lot in New Vegas. Yeah, so I haven't played 1 or 2 for The Witcher, to be honest with you. I played 3 for a while and I actually really liked it. It's like one of those games that I was kind of frustrated. I liked. It was like, oh, it's The Witcher. People are very annoying about this game, and you know what? It's very good. It's very, very good. So, hey, there you go. Thumbs up. Wait, I forgot to keep tabs. I will make some more. Let's make some more notes real quick. DMC 5, Sekiro, Overcooked 2, Fallout New Vegas. The official Essel recommendations are being. I forgot to write it up. I can't vouch for Star Wars yet. RE7. Let's see. What else we got here? Okay. Final Fantasy games. What's on sale? Let's find out. Okay. Remake Intergrade. Is this just the Intergrade? Or is this the whole thing? Is this the whole one? Or is this... Oh, right. This is... Oh, right. So Intermission is the Yuffie thing. Okay. The whole thing. All right. This is the whole thing. Okay. I have complicated feelings about this game. It is almost half off. It is a very strong experience, I think. I'm going to put it in a lower tier because I have extreme nerves about how this game is going to go over the next couple sequels to it. But on the whole, I had a really good time with this. I think that intermission is ridiculously good. Intermission is fantastic because it solves the problem. The problem I have with Remake is that the writing choices that happen in the back third are very confusing. And I don't trust Nomura. I think that's fair of me. I think he's earned distrust. Okay? I think he's earned some distrust after Kingdom Hearts, okay? I think that's fair of me. And all the other games that I've heard about but not played, okay? I think that's fair. I don't trust Nomura to stick the landing. If he does, great. Yes, that's entirely fair. Absolutely. Many cooks in the kitchen. Nomura is not responsible single-handedly, but I'm going to blame him anyway. Because it's funny, too. But no, of course, I definitely want to recognize that like there are many, many hands in almost every game out there. There are very, very few games that we can point to one person and say, yes, they made this happen in this way. Especially at a studio like Square. Even somebody like Kojima, right? Like who like has very tight directorial control, does not control every bit of the Kojima production games. The belts though, yeah, we can blame Nomura for the belts for sure. But yeah, so. Long story short, I have writing qualms with Remake. I think it could work. I don't have faith that it's going to work yet. So, asterisk, the gameplay systems are very smooth, very fun, very enjoyable. It is a deliriously pretty game. A lot going on. Very fun stuff. Big thumbs up with an asterisk. That's entirely fair, Shrew, honestly. That's entirely fair. I mean, even Kingdom Hearts 3 wasn't that bad. It just kind of ended plainly in a way that I didn't find satisfying. 15. I've never played 15. Yeah, I've heard the back third quarter somewhere in there is very rough. I do want to play it at some point probably, but yeah. Oh yes, and to Ozzy's point, yeah, do play FF7, the original one, if it's on here. Is it on here? Because holy cow, 7 is a really good game. I played it for the first time recently, and it is really, really good. 6 is really, really good. I don't know if these are the right ones to play. Play the Pixel Remaster. Play the Pixel Remaster. I don't think it's on sale, but play the Pixel Remaster. It's very good. The music, just for the music, you can mod or fix some of the weird visual stuff. I think the music is amazing. And the sprite work, I think, overall, they did a very good job on, so I liked it a lot. This could be good, but my understanding is this is the mobile port, which is very janky. So either play it on older hardware or emulation or Pixel Remaster will be my take. We played 6 a few months ago. It is ridiculously good. It's not Chrono Trigger is my take. My take is that it is not Chrono Trigger. That is a very, very, very high bar, though. And this is as somebody who only played Chrono Trigger like 4 or 5 years ago. Like I didn't, I mean, probably 3 or 4, probably more like 3 years ago. I played Chrono Trigger in 2018 or 2019 on stream. There is VOD of it somewhere. I don't know if it's on YouTube actually. If it's not, then it'll be one of the VODs that goes up. But if there is, great. If not, then it's lost the time. But man, it's not Chrono Trigger, but it's very close actually. Shockingly close, which is a very high praise. That is a very, 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 very good game. So, you know. 7 is very good. I had a phenomenal time having not played any Final Fantasy games before in full. I played 7, the OG, and it was fantastic. It is so modern and smooth feeling in so many ways. The writing is super sharp. It's just, there's a lot going for it. I think it is worth sitting through some of the more aged parts. I think it is a gorgeous game visually in a lot of ways, which is weird to say, right? It's a janky PS1 game. But, like, come on. This is a great-looking backdrop. Like, the backdrops especially look very good. It's a little janky and weird, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. There's games in here. We could play 13. You could play a lot of these games. 6 and 7 are the ones I had the most experience with. But Flame Returns is a decent Dead Rising game. Yeah, that sounds like, that's what I've heard, Hydra. I know that they take some flack for being very hallway-like, right? They're very hallway-y map design-wise, but that's okay. No, you can't play all of them. No, that's not true. Start seasons, so frustrated with the farming sims. Entirely fair. Yeah, a little short. Everything, yeah. I mean, I have trouble with farming sims for sure, personally. Yeah, no, that's entirely, yeah. You can run all of them. I think that's fair. A Warhammer franchise. That's a very scary prospect. All of the games are on sale. Didn't Dark Tide just come out? Okay, I was like, what are you talking about? It just came out. It did just come out. I don't know. There's too many of these games. I like playing Kill Team in person. I have a Adeptus Mechanicus Kill Team. It's very fun to play. That is my Warhammer experience. I built and painted them mostly. They're not actually done being painted. If anybody is interested in seeing the Warhammer stuff, let me know. I can bring it on stream sometime. But that's all I got. That's all I got. We're almost done. Far Cry. I have only played a little bit of like 3. I think 2, maybe 2. I don't remember. I've heard good things about some of these, but not others. I played a little bit. I played a little bit of 2. That's like literally it. I believe people like some of these, but not others. I'm not sure. So your mileage may vary, but they are games you can play. I don't know. Doom. I actually do need to buy this. I'll remind myself for later. I have not purchased Eternal yet. There was a big TLDR. There was a big kerfluffle when Eternal was coming out, and I was like, and there's been a recent kerfluffle as well. But I do need to play Doom Eternal, is my understanding. And I'm excited. I love Doom 2016. I think Doom 2016 is so good. As far as the like retro revival shooter goes, it's really hard to do better than Doom 2016. It is the best one I've played. It is a very good game. Tales of. Wait, Trails. What are these? Which games are the Trails games? Interesting. Okay, interesting. Tom Clancy's games. I got nothing to offer here. Halo. I mean, I can talk about old Halo, but Trails of Cold Steel. I was like, the bike games. That's Trials. Never mind. I'm very confused. Monster Hunter. We can talk about that for sure. These two. Borderlands disappoints me. Okay, this I can talk about. Oh my god, play Sunbreak. Oh my god, play Sunbreak. Do it. It's very good. World is very good. If you like to play the game, and you don't mind that it's older, World was the game that made Monster Hunter the gargantuan thing that it is right now. Play Alundra? What is Alundra? We're talking, hold on, there's a lot of the JRPGs in chat right now. What is Alundra? I do not know him. No, sorry, that's the Vampire Survivors DLC trailer for some reason. Why is that over there? Okay. Oh, PSX. Okay. Alundra. I'm still looking it up. You said it. We're looking it up now. It is a video game from 1997/8. That is what's up. It's got an art style for sure. I don't like the art style that much, but hey, play Ys. I don't know much about the series, to be honest with you, but I know they exist. It's very weird these games still exist to me because I don't know about them. But yes, Soul Nomad. That is apparently it's on sale right now. Soul Nomad and the World Eaters. Is this an Ys game? Is this related to Ys? What is he? It appears to be a manner of tactics game. Is that correct? Tactics game? Tactics game. This guy, okay. I see. Okay. All right. Interesting. So, real quick. Rise, very, very good. So we have two branches of Monster Hunter now. We have the more realist simulationist side in World, much more realistic, photorealist leaning graphical style, and approach to the map design. The maps are much more dense. They're full of like natural life and interactivity. Sunbreak and Rise and Sunbreak are much more laser focused arcade style, much more like traditional Monster Hunter, and very, very fast paced, much more laser focused on just doing a lot of Monster Hunter combat. There is so much QOL in these games. They play amazingly. They're super fun. If you've played Souls games and you like the boss fights in them, you owe it to yourself to try Monster Hunter, I think. And if you do, try more than one weapon. These games feel very different. There are basically 14 different games in the game. Each weapon plays so differently. And I know lots of folks who have started the game and gone, Monster Hunter feels terrible. Turns out they were playing Greatsword, a very weird weapon. It's a basic weapon, but it's very odd if you haven't tried it before. It is good stuff. It's good stuff. And Sunbreak is, I think, maybe the series' best narrative. I've only played a few of the games, to be fair. I've only played since 4U. But I think Sunbreak is probably the best narrative the series has had. It was actually engaging to some degree, finally. There were characters involved. A fun mystery. It didn't feel... It made sense. It didn't feel purely perfunctory. And so it was great. Love that. Yeah, exactly. So, and World and Rise did okay on the narrative, but they weren't really anything. They're just sort of there. So East and Tales of... Okay. So Soma is apparently a Disgaea kind of spin-off. Interesting. More seriously, though. Trails. There's Trails. I see now. Trails from Zero. Okay. I have heard very good things about Peglin. I have not played it myself. Did I miss any games here? Okay, then we got it. All right. Outriders, man, I played the demo of this and it sucked. I was kind of excited, but you can have Hatsune Miku on your computer for $23. Isn't that exciting? I've heard various about Peglin. I'm gonna put down here because I've seen some Peglin. It looks very fun. All right, I don't know how we see more games, but there are a lot of games. There are so many. God of War 2018? That's not when that came out. God of Boy. It's very good. I enjoyed it a lot. I have not played the new one yet. Elden Ring's on sale. Elden Ring. The song is pretty good. But we're going to go back to here because we need some less vocal. Let's see. Vampire Survivors. Please do play Vampire Survivors. It is very good. I've not played Noita. I've heard very good things about it. It is a very wild game. Yep. Persona 4 Golden is $13.99. I played this game for over 100 hours, and it's I still think about it. I can get emotional just thinking about it. I go, Persona 4 Golden. Oh, yes. Today, like you know that meme like, today I will experience catharsis. That's me right now. It's very good. It's very, very good. Persona 5 Royal is I think is a stronger overall package than Persona 4. I think the QOL, the modern systems, the visual overhaul, it's an overall stronger package. That being said, the writing in 4, missteps abound. It was 2004, and it was Atlas in 2004. Okay? Keep that in mind. Be advised. There are missteps. But on the whole, oh my god. The writing in this game, there are so many things that collide in a beautiful way. 2008? I thought it was 2004. Am I insane? How did this happen? How did I miss by 4? How did I do this? What? Okay, never mind. What was I thinking of? Whatever. 2008. Yes. Atlas makes a lot of mistakes. A lot of very big mistakes and does some stuff in their writing that sucks immensely. That sucks. Oh, Nocturne, thank you. Okay, I was like, tell me something that happened in that zone. I was like, no, it couldn't be. Yeah, it was not kind of cool. It is some big missteps in 4G. That aside, so if you get through those, oh my god, it's so good. And the structure of this game is genius for character writing. So love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Frustrated with it at times, for sure. But I was gonna throw Outer Wilds on here. I need to play it very badly. I have not been spoiled on it, thankfully, but I've heard nothing but like effusive praise for this game. I've heard it is one of the most interesting and transformative things in recent indie games. Pentiment, I have heard very good things about. I will throw that on the tier 2 recommendations. What else we got in here? Inside the Backrooms. And they were probably good. Ace Attorney Trilogy. Oh, yeah. We played this recently. They're not on YouTube yet. I know, I'm sorry. We're working on it. Ace Attorney is extremely good. It is also frustrating at times. But that being said, oh my god, it's so good. And the missteps are, you know, not hyper frequent. So, man, it's so good. I was so not ready to like really enjoy the series. And, you know, it didn't like hit like Persona hit for me. Like Persona, like really, I was like, whoa, I was very not prepared for Persona. Ace Attorney was just a blast though. So much fun playing through these games. Very excited for future stuff. I want to get to great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Yeah, very excited. It's a phenomenal time. There are a lot of games on sale. We cannot go through all of them. Slackers, yeah, I've heard it was AI the Somnium Files. Does anybody know about this? I see people talk about it a lot. Edith Finch, very good game. Very good game. Very much the walking simulator done to its, you know, sort of not to its like, not at the peak, but it's very good. It does a phenomenal job leveraging the format to tell a very compelling story. Really good. No, Ripshire. Yes, that was my impression, Ozzy. That was a spin-off or something, so I've heard good things about AI the Somnium Files. Why is it $100? Why is it $100? What happened? Oh, it's a bundle. Oh, I see. Never played Firewatch. I was very excited when this game came out. I was very excited to play it. Never played it. Oh, Night in the Woods, was that on here? I have somehow not played it. I think I've literally probably owned this game since it came out, but I've never played it. For sure, play that. I'll throw that on there. I've heard nothing but amazing things about the game, though. Oxenfree, yes. How is Digimon Survive? I think I've heard good things about this game. Is this true? Don't do that. Stop it. We can't play the network theme yet. Later, we can do it in a little bit. Oh, I heard very good things about Narco. I heard very good things about this game, actually. Yeah, I've heard good things. Yeah, thank you, Bloom. Okay, we have a nod for Digimon. Thank you, yes. No, we can do it. We can do it. Take a smarter man than me to connect this. It's fine. It's all right. I've seen a little bit of Card Shark. It's very cool. Very, very cool. The amount of Backrooms games. Fascinating. I don't blame them, but like... Is this actual Steins Gate? This is actual original Steins Gate. Incredible. Very cool. Where's the wolf? The wolf is where? What is this? My brain has been poisoned. I'm so sorry. Umineko's on sale. That's kind of wild. I kind of want to play Mineko. Not on stream because that's going to be, it's like God knows how long. Oh no. I'm just gonna say 07 expansion because these are some of the games of all time. But yeah, that is so sad. These are some wild visual novels though. Okay. All right, take us back to the page. We're gonna zip through. I know we're taking a long time on this. Hopefully, again, let me know if y'all think on either now or on YouTube later what you want to see and how much you want to see. You know, I love talking about games, so I'm happy to do that. But also, this is a lot of games. Hades, play Hades. I have no idea actually. We're gonna figure that out after we're done. Play Hades. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my god, Hades is so good. I can't believe how good Hades is. It's so good. Dead Cells is also so good. Two of the best roguelikes of all time. They're $12.49 each. You should play them if you like roguelikes, or even if you don't, but you've been thinking about it. They're so good. Neo 2. I'm so mad that people don't like Neo 2. I mean, like, people like it, but like, man. You know, the Neo games are so good. And I understand why they're not more popular. I understand. I get it. I get it. Let me just try to sell you on this for a second, though, because I would like to spend like a minute or two, because I love Neo. These are... Yeah, I think that's part of the problem. These are very difficult games, and they have a ludicrous number of systems. These are incredibly dense, incredibly complicated character action games. They are like a branch. So, you know, Soulsborne, Dark Souls, Demon Souls. So Demon Souls is like a weird original branch. There's offshoot around the Dark Souls tree now. Dark Souls. There's a crazy branch that leads to Neo. It feels, you can understand it. When someone says this is a Souls-like, you go, oh yeah, I see it. You respawn at you know, bonfires effectively. The systems are kind of similar, and then they keep adding systems. And they keep adding systems. And Neo 2 adds more systems on top of Neo 1 systems. There are a lot of systems. It's crazy. But it's so good. If you like to dig deep into character action systems, if you are down for crazy Dynasty Warriors style plot with like random historical figure appearances and just over the top nonsense, it is so good. It is, man, I cannot say enough good stuff about Neo 2. In particular, Neo 1 is great, but I think for me, Neo 2 is just sort of Neo 1, but with an extra layers, so that there's no reason to play Neo 1, but like once I play Neo 2, I'm like, why would I go back? It's so much fun. It's a good question, honestly. There's a lot. There's just like, on a basic level, in Neo 2, you have, at any given moment, 3 different stances you can be in. Each one of those has, you know, the standard heavy and light attacks, different for each stance. Each stance changes the way your dash works, and changes all of the various like fighting game style, you know, combo button presses you can do to engage special moves, as well as genuine combo strings. 3 stances. On top of this, you have up to 2 different yokai special attacks equipped at all times, and then demon mode, which is a whole different thing, which turns you into a demon. You have moves and strings from demon mode. That's like baseline what you have access to. You can also have access to on Neo Magic and items, one or the other or both. There's a lot happening in Neo. If you like the sound, you're like, that sounds like too much. I understand. But playing it makes sense once you get all that through your head. And the moments where Neo shines are some of the brightest moments in the whole genre, because there's just so much coming together, and that sort of cacophony becomes like a harmony, and it's like, this is brilliant. So it's genius and fun. It's also a mess, There's a lot of items. There's randomized armor. It's a mess. Oh, it's good. Hey, this game's not on sale, but it's very good. I've been burnt out on it for a while. I'm going to come back to it with the sequel campaign. Path of Exile is very good. It is not on sale because it is free to play. If you like Diablo, do give it a shot. I don't know if I can like recommend currently playing Path of Exile in leagues. If you have not played it before, yeah, that's entirely fair, Bloom. Like, I totally agree. Like, it's a very challenging game to keep up with. It can be very addictive. The kind of game that like puts it, there's a lot of problems that extend to the asymmetric ARPG genre with regards to randomized loot and like the endless grind, but magnified. I think it's a very hard game to keep up with, and it requires an immense amount of time investment if you're keeping up with it. If you have not played it before, or even if you have, I do think that playing through the story is extremely worthwhile. This is a game by a New Zealand team, and they put a lot of New Zealand flavor, lore, texture. There's a sort of fantasy storytelling perspective that is sort of different than we see oftentimes in fantasy. I think is really sweet. Yes, absolutely. There's some stuff that is not so great that comes along with that. I feel you, Ozzy. I'm sorry. May your battery last long. But I think on the whole, the stuff does pretty well. That's just my perspective as an outsider. Obviously, the movie's not for New Zealand, so take that with a grain of salt. But the game is a very different visual style and art direction than I've seen in a lot of fantasy games, which is really sweet. And not visual style, art direction, though, for sure. And lots of cool stuff. Very, very dense, very enjoyable. I think and the whole game's fully voice acted, despite being this, not really indie anymore, but it's not Blizzard, that's for sure. And it's a very worthwhile experience to play through, I think. So that much is very much the case. So that's a lot of games. We've gone over a lot of games. Let me see what else we can find real quick. Otherwise, we're probably just gonna zip on out of here. Are these the only genres? Hack and slash and mystery. That's fine. Okay. So, as promised, we will now do the voting. Oh, can we do the voting? Do I have to sign in? One second. Let me see if I can sign in real quick. Oh, it's gonna be annoying to sign in. Okay. Oh, right. There's a QR code thing now. Let's see if this works. I don't want to expose my credentials or account name on the internet, if possible. That's wild. You just sort of signed in now. Very cool. Okay. We're good, actually. I didn't have to expose myself here. Okay. All right. We're going to vote. We're going to vote. We're voting. All right. We're voting. All right. Game of the year. Dying Light 2? What is happening? What are these games? Elden Ring. Easy. Okay. Vote for you. Okay, I vote for you too. Among Us. Easy. It is gonna have to be easy, but I also like Elden Ring is the problem. Labor of Love. I have literally no idea. I should probably just abstain. I have not played any of these games. Is Cyberpunk good now? Is it... Yeah, No Man's Sky. But this is the hilarious thing. I know it does. I've been hearing that for like literally 5 years now, though. So I'm like, at some point, it's like, are they gonna? Maybe they're continuing to kill it though. So we have that's my impression, is that they do deserve it year over year, and so good for them. Valve putting Dota 2 is very funny on here. Zomboid still exists? Holy cow. I've not played the Funny Dwarf game yet. But, okay, well, let's do this. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Better with Friends. Easy money. Of all these games, I played one of them, and it's very good. I've not played Bendy. Bendy seems like it might have a cool visual style, though. It's very Bioshocky, but I don't know. If Bioshock didn't suck, it could be good. You know what I mean? Scorn. This game has one of the art directions of all time. This is very much very much that. I'm giving it for Cult of the Lamb for being very cool, though. I didn't play Scorn. And also, Cult of the Lamb is very cool. Yes. Very Geiger. I didn't play this. Bendy, yeah, I don't know. I think about this game sometimes. Because I see this, I'm like, oh, it's Bioshock, but like evil. But, I don't know. I should try this. Maybe it's something in here. I don't know. I have such a deep infuriation over Bioshock. We'll talk. I'm not getting into that now, though. Most limited gameplay. I have seen Dome Keeper gameplay. It looks very wild. I'm gonna shout out Neon White because because the game is sweet. I have not played it, but everything I've seen about it, no, we're not gonna do that. This is my least favorite topic. I'm not gonna go on a half-an-hour rant about a game that came out in 2014 or whatever. It sucks so much. 2013. I want to stop thinking about it. Best game you suck at? It's still Elden Ring. I hate to say it. I do hate to say it because like everyone's, oh, Elden Ring, best game of all time. It's not the best game of all time, but it is extremely good. Does the soundtrack remind anybody else of Persona 5 The Royal? This sucks, but yeah, I will vote for Persona 5. I haven't played Ultra Deluxe, but I'm voting for it because Stanley Parable 1 is very good. OST, yeah, Sonic. I should try it. I haven't looked into it at all. That's entirely fair, honestly, Shrew. Oh, I've seen this. It looks very cute. Find Your Flame. Wait, which game is this? Wait, did I miss it? Oh, from Sonic. Okay, I see. Okay, we'll listen to after. I haven't played any of these. I'm voting for this because it looks cool. This is tough because I have not actually played Master Duel except for like 3 minutes. It was quite good though. I'm voting for Master Duel because the game is very good. Yes, we do. You're right. Okay, that's the SL underscore votes. Here's the SL underscore, the official underscore industries hacked together recommendations. Here they are. You may now buy all the games that I recommended to you if you haven't played them, or if you've played them, that also works. Where is the notepad? The media too long. True. Yeah, just grab all of these real quick. All right, the games are good. I vouch for all of these. In the top layer, the bottom layer are games that I kind of vouch for, or that someone in chat vouch for, or that I think look really cool. Not exhaustive. You got a lot of picks here. If you want the full SL underscore recommendations. And if you want more recommendations, hit me up in the comments below, or on Twitch, or on Discord, or on Twitter. You know where to find me, folks. Thank you so much for being here. If you have thoughts on the format or want to see more of these, you want to see these whenever there's a sale, happy to talk through them. We're going to have less to talk about in the next round because we'll have already talked about these games. We'll talk about them a little bit less next time. Maybe it shouldn't be an hour long. But we did go talk about a lot of games today, so that's good, right? So thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, hold up. We're playing video games after this. If you want to watch video games, come by the stream, twitch.tv/SL_TV, Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Playlist above with more stuff like this. Subscribe below for more. Hopefully I'll see you all soon. Until next time, enjoy yourselves, get some rest, and peace out.